Hello. A major celebration takes place in early November as a festive way to remember loved ones who've passed away. Our guest today will tell us all about Dia de los Muertos and where events are happening around Pittsburgh. Plus, this is the third year for Fashion Africana's Africanism Gala, and it's expected to be a show-stopping multimedia production, complete with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. We're talking to the organizer about this one-of-a-kind collaboration. And food insecurity is reaching an all-time high as the federal government shutdown continues and SNAP benefits are halted in Pennsylvania. We'll talk to one local food bank about the impact. So pull up a chair and meet us at the corner. Intersection starts right now. Hello, I'm Lisa Smith, the Director of Community Impact at KDKA+, and the host of Intersections. The impact of the federal government shutdown is making its way into the homes of millions of Pennsylvanians who rely on SNAP benefits. This notice and others like it now pop up when you visit certain state websites. It's a notification that without federal funding, November SNAP benefits cannot be paid. And the message goes on to offer a link to food banks across the Commonwealth. Joining me now is Jennifer Miller. She is the CEO of the Westmoreland Food Bank, and we really appreciate you being with us today, Jennifer.
Thank you for having me, Lisa. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So first of all, help us understand what food banks like yours really haven't been experiencing all this year with so many different issues like inflation and other economic stressors.
Sure. We've been tested in ways that we have never been tested before. At the beginning of the year, federal grants were stripped at about $1.4 million in food commodities. And then now with the budget impasse for the state on top of the government freeze of the food stamps for November, it is really added insult to injury, or a perfect storm, if you will. So we are experiencing high volumes of people that are coming to us for the first time, some that have been coming to us before but have not had to come on a regular basis. It's just been really very trying, not only for us, but for our neighbors in need.
Yeah. I was watching TV the other day and I saw a food bank in another area of the country, but they were seeing a line out the door around the corner for them. Are you guys starting to see lines with some of your food pantries?
We are. We have over 40 food pantries throughout Westmoreland County, and those food pantries are experiencing, again, an influx of people that they have never seen before. And especially during this time when we're gearing up for the holidays and in November with Thanksgiving, there's a lot of people that come to us maybe only once or twice a year, and this is the time that they would normally come. And the lines, they're always there, but they're even longer now. So it makes it very difficult to make sure that all the needs are being met. At our location here in Delmont, we're seeing people come to us for emergency boxes, and the calls have been crazy with the amount of people that are calling just to find out what they need to do in order to feed their families.
Yeah. So when this issue came up with the government shutdown and them not really having the money to fund the food bank or rather SNAP benefits for November, is this anything that you guys had anticipated? Have you seen anything like this before? Was there any kind of heads up that this might be coming down the pike?
We have dealt with budget impasses on the state level, before, but nothing has ever been frozen. This year, with the budget impasse in the state level, we're owed over $200,000 in state food purchase funding, and that's what purchases our food. With the federal freeze happening at the same time, this is not something that I've seen in my 27 years of food banking, especially freezing the food stamps and pretty much severing that lifeline for our neighbors who need it the most. And it's such bad timing too because of the price of everything. So it really could not come at a worse time.
Yeah, and you were talking about the timing there. Isn't this also the time when some people are actually being kicked off of SNAP because of some of the changes that took place in federal legislation earlier in the summer?
Yes, there will be people that will be taken off the rolls for SNAP benefits as well as Medicaid. That is, again, another perfect storm. These are lifelines for people to not only feed themselves, but to feed their families. And Medicaid has been such a lifesaver for families all over the Commonwealth. And to not have that ability to have health care, proper health care, is really going to hurt our families.
Yeah. So how is your food bank and other food banks that you guys talk with, how are you guys managing right now? And what are the options that you have in order to be able to serve the people who are going to be coming to you with all of these deficiencies right now with food?
We are required by Feeding America standards to have reserve funding for at least 3 months available. So whereas you never want to get into those funds, we may have to at this point, and we're willing to do that. The community here in Westmoreland County has always been very, very generous when it comes to helping their community, and we are very grateful to them for that. One of the other things that we're looking at is being able to reach out to our legislators, both on the state and the federal level, and make them understand that people's food insecurity is not a political pawn. We want to be the community that has been known for and continue to be known for stepping up when others aren't, and we won't let hunger win. So we will do whatever we need to do to make sure that our neighbors are fed.
Yeah, I obviously, we're talking November and the holiday time. Are community organizations also lending a hand for you guys right now?
Yes, we have a lot of community organizations that are contacting us to do food drives, fund drives, fundraisers, and we're so grateful for that. A lot of our regular donors are stepping up twice as much at this point, but it's not the same as it was back during the pandemic, when people were coming to us and making sure that we had what we needed to feed people when they couldn't get to work and when they couldn't get to grocery stores. It's very, very different. So it's a different type of tragedy, different type of disaster, if you will. So we're really hoping that the community continues to step up to help make ends meet for their hungry neighbors.
Yeah, and I know we were talking earlier, and actually the KDKA Turkey Fund also helps you guys during this time, correct?
Absolutely. We are beneficiaries of the generosity of the community through the KD Turkey Fund, and that helps us to purchase turkeys for each of our households that seek out our assistance. Those turkeys have been bought and paid for and are here for those who are already on our rolls. And we're hoping that more turkey donations and more funding donations will come in so that we can have a standby amount of turkeys for people who need them.
All right. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us and sharing this information, and we'll definitely stay in touch to see how things progress. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Lisa. We really appreciate you thinking of the people of Westmoreland County and the people of the Commonwealth.
Absolutely. Well, coming up, a major gala brings together Fashion Africana and the Symphony. We're talking about the upcoming Fashion Africana Gala. Intersections will be right back. Well, grab your favorite black tie outfit for a date at Heinz Hall, the location of this year's Fashion Africana. Africanism Gala. It's the third year for the event that organizers promise will be an unforgettable experience. I caught up with Demetria Bocella, the founder and chief creative officer for Fashion Africana, and the co-producer this year, Sandra Satiriou. And they both share details about this year's special event, including the special edition of the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. For the third year in a row, Fashion Africana will transform a space into a spectacular gala setting. This year, that space is Heinz Hall.
Every time I walk through that space, I'm like, oh, Heinz Hall is just so gorgeous. This is stunning.
The theme of the Africanism Gala this year is a love letter to Black women, based on a film by London-based filmmaker, photographer, and artist Simon Frederick, with a newly composed score that the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra will perform live.
When we started having the conversation with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, the idea was to orchestrate the music that was already in the film. Me being sometimes an opportunist, I said to Mary, who's the artistic director of the Symphony Orchestra, why don't we create a new symphony and dedicate that to Black women? And the resounding answer to that meeting was, yes, let's make that happen. So the next thing that happened there was, all of these things happen and you meet people along the way, but you don't expect to, during your work to meet people that will become lifelong friends. And that's what's happened with this meeting with Sandra, with Demetria, and now with the composer who I worked with, who has basically put his heart and soul into creating this symphony dedicated to Black women, who is Carla Simon. We came together and we laughed because we turned around and we said that this was like something like out of Mission Impossible, when he comes up and he says, will you accept this mission? And we accepted the mission wholeheartedly because we understood the mission.
The event, co-chaired by Kia Tomlin and Mary McKinney Flaherty, will be filled with music, dance, and cinematography. No less than 100 models will handle the fashion duties. And Icon Award recipients include WNBA champion and McKeesport native Swin Cash and Bronx-born international fashion model Fatou Joby. I spoke with Fashion Africana founder Demetria Bocella and Gala co-producer Sandra Satiriou about why this is the right film right now in Pittsburgh.
So I have seen a version of the film, and that version moved me emotionally because, and I don't even want to get emotional now, but it's so aligned with the mission of our work, around broadening the standard of beauty, and on other levels as well. And so when I saw it, it was just like, oh, wow, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it just really put into perspective the work that we do. And I'm just really excited that we have the opportunity, we as in America, we as in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, has the opportunity to premiere this piece in collaboration with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. So it's huge. It's a great opportunity.
I love this city. This is the small, big city. I just think it's such a great place to be. And we're bringing people here. So we've got people coming from all over the world to the show. It's amazing that they're coming here to bear witness to this film being premiered here in the U.S. So it's wonderful for Simon's work. It's wonderful for us. We get to be part of that. But it's also wonderful for the community here that they get to be part of that, too.
What the event represents is a symbol of hope. You're seeing collaboration across that's not only intergenerational, but multicultural. You're seeing people of all backgrounds and races coming together on this platform to celebrate. And so what we're seeing happening in the world is one thing, but what we're experiencing with this work is so powerful.
Fashion Africana's third annual Africanism Gala takes place Saturday, November 8th at Heinz Hall, and you can learn more at africanismgala.com. Coming up, more culture will be on display across Pittsburgh as many celebrate the Day of the Dead. Intersections will be right back. Well, it's called Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, and it's a long-standing two-day celebration that happens all around the world, including right here in Pittsburgh. The idea is to celebrate the memories of those who have passed away. And here to tell us about the holiday and local events are Ellen Taffel. She is the Director of Operations from Escuelita Alcoris, along with Melanie Marie Boyer, CEO of the Pittsburgh Metropolitan Area Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. In addition, we also have with us Terry Bell, who is Vice President of Strategic Partnerships and Community Engagement with the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, and Allison Zapata, a visual artist specializing in painting, murals, and mixed media collage. All right, thanks everybody so much for being with us. All right, so Ellen, we're going to start with you very quickly. So tell us a little bit about the school and what you guys do. I know it's very special, the school.
Thank you. Yes, La Escuelita Alcoris is a Spanish immersion preschool. We operate year-round. We actually just celebrated our 25th anniversary, so we've been in operation for quite some time. We're located in Squirrel Hill, and we have a focus on nature-based experiences in Spanish language. So we look for opportunities to incorporate culture into our early childhood program.
Yeah, and so tell us about your Day of the Dead events that you're having this year. And it's not just this year, you've had them in the past, right?
Yes, that is right. It's always been one of the special traditions that we celebrate at La Escuelita in the classroom, and during the month of October leading up to Day of the Dead, we celebrate with our students and families, but we also host a community celebration open to anyone. It's a free event in conjunction with Squirrel Hill Urban Coalition, Mexico Lindo, Riverstone Books, and Sunburst Music Academy. This year it is on Sunday, November 2nd, and starts at 11 a.m. We'll have crafts for families, live entertainment. Our alumni students are actually working on a performance that they're going to present, and food trucks, and then we end at 1:30. We kick off a parade with the group Timbalesa, and we'll march through Squirrel Hill and have giant puppets. And Riverstone Bookstore is they're hosting a community altar that is also interactive for anyone in the community who wants to join.
Yeah. So Melanie, you're going to be part of this event as well. And you're going to be the keynote speaker. What do you want people to know about this festive holiday?
So the holiday in particular is very different from Halloween. I think we talked about that a little bit. Halloween is its own celebration, but this is so that we can remember our loved ones that have already left us, but also remember what we have from them and how we take that forward into the community. Not only that, but I really want people to know how much culture is a part of life, and at La Escuelita, immersing kids in that culture and in the language, it makes a huge difference, not just in their lives today, but forever.
Yeah. So let's bring in Terry and Allison. Terry, you're with the Cultural Trust, and obviously the Cultural Trust has a lot of activities planned for the holiday. Can you share with us a little bit about why this is something the Cultural Trust is making sure is celebrated here in Pittsburgh?
Yes, thank you so much. This is at the core of our mission, being in service to the community. And Dia de los Muertos is something that we've celebrated. This is our second year. And it's just a way to build bridges, to celebrate the diversity and the beauty of the culture that is the Pittsburgh metropolitan area, the Pittsburgh region. We have planned at the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, we also have an interactive community ofrenda that anyone can come down and see and can contribute to. We have a happy hour in partnership with the Pittsburgh Metropolitan Area Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We have cocoa screening. We have about 7 different student groups coming through. It's an opportunity for people to come celebrate the culture, learn, expand, and join in and remember those who have gone before us and keep their memory alive.
Yeah, Allison, you know, your artwork is obviously going to be majorly on display. You helped to come up with a number of items that people, the altar, I think, is your work that will be on display. Tell us a little bit about what goes into all of the art that you present.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is a definite community endeavor. I wish I could do it all by myself, but obviously we cannot, because it is a true labor of love. And I co-collaborate with Lisa DiGioia Nutini, who is she's like, we call her the ofrenda queen because she makes so many every single year. So with her guidance on all the elements, we come together and we put together the different levels. You have to have a certain number of levels that go onto the piece. We have a arbor that encapsulates all the different elements. We have the salt and water. And then we also bring in, this year we have a Katrina that was made with Dr. Joylette Portlock. She collaborated with me on it, and that was based on a residency that I did with the Rivers of Steel support and the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts to learn how to make a Katrina with master artist Chucha Lopez, who is a Katrina artist with Cartoneria. Long story short, we put all of the elements together, and we have just so many different elements that go into that to make it really truly special and unique and authentic.
Yeah, well, it definitely sounds like an amazing experience for Pittsburgh to have here. We're going to show everyone where they can attend the events that are going to be happening up until the 2nd of November. The Cultural Trust has their website also, trustarts.org, and then you can click on Engage for additional information, as well as the school, La Escuela, Escuelita. I did not get that right, but I'm going to try harder on my Spanish. Thank you all so much for joining us and sharing all of this information with the community. I know it's going to be a fabulous time. And I'll have my last word when we come back. Give. The 44th annual KDKA TV Turkey Fund is underway, so please give to help your neighbors in need have a warm Thanksgiving meal. Go to any PNC Bank and they'll match all donations of $50 or more. You can also text KD Turkey to 50155 or go to kdka.com/turkeyfund. And we're still accepting checks. Mail those to P.O. Box Thanks, Pittsburgh, PA 15230. And from all of us at KDKA, thank you. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Intersections.